from earlier today. This is Hannah Green for birdie at 5.
Well, you've really got to take advantage of these par 5s. Hannah Green rolling in a really good smooth putt there.
She's already had a good start to the year. How about the Scot Gemma DRYBURGH at 18?
She's been playing quite well recently, putting her name on some leaderboards.
That would take her to 6 under. She bogeyed 7 and then came back and did this at the 8th. 17th hole of the day for the major champion.
Judge that, really nice. Not easy. They've been tucking some of these pins behind those big, deep bunkers.
First hole of the day for KEMP.
There you go. Green's rolling really smoothly.
Aditya Ashok, third shot at the 18th as she wraps up her opening round. Not a big hitter, but she makes up for it, Karen, with an exquisite short game.
Oh, we saw that at the Olympics.
Oh, she did hit a nice draw. My goodness, what an aggressive lineup. Takeoff.
Wow. Relative to how this hole is played, that's brilliant.
So that the ball could stay stationary when at rest.
And talking to the officials out there, they're running right about 10 on the stimp meter right now. I think one of the reasons, Karen, why you're seeing a lot of putts going in this round, even as windy as it is that there's not a whole lot of fear in 3-putting because of the speed.
And as that group at 9 finishes, Jennifer Kupcho, newest major champion in women's golf, is letting it go, okay?
Now, Grant, that was just a little wedge trying to control it in this east blowing wind. Oh, saw a lot of that at the Chevron en route to winning for the first time.
Par 5, playing really long right now, 5-11 on the card, but playing dead into the wind. That is a good one there.
And this to start with back-to-back birdies from hole high left. Yeah, you can't birdie them all if you don't birdie the first 2.
Oh, that's a beauty. Dead center. Beautiful pace.
To the 9th.
And NG Chung on the tee. Playing away from the hole location, which is a smart shot today. Got to wander to the back of the green, but folks, that is a very good shot today.
Probably one of the reasons why she's ended up in this spot is because of that wind direction. Probably got a little draw going on the wind. Very nice.
14th year, Karen, on the LPGA Tour and closing in on 250 career starts.
That's a good amount of time to play on the LPGA Tour. Yeah, the fact she's still out here competing, that's very commendable.
Came right out of that one, knew immediately. Did not hit a very good chip shot, very unlike her. So this now for par. And that was a very sloppy bogey. Still has yet to make a par. Birdie, birdie, bogey.
Here's NB now. With her second at the 3rd. Lands it in a beautiful spot there. And that is right in her range.
Tied for 47th in strokes gained putting this season, and we're so used to seeing her right there at the top of that list. But that's more like the NB that we've been used to seeing.
Yeah, we're so used to seeing that.
Yep.
It was just earlier. Off to a good start in her afternoon round. And even better now, that'll be a kick in for a birdie.
Here's rookie Casey Danielson at the par 3 4th. 4 and 5 are over in this separated part of the golf course, and she gets a little separation from par at the 4th. 26 years old, played collegiately at Stanford.
Here's the 3rd shot of Heiji Kang. Pretty much much a 3-shot par 5 for most of these players today, and that is a good one there. He's about 2.5 feet, not quite a kick in. Palarito for par at 12.
Third hole of the day.
Bogey at the last hole. Yeah, 3 birdies and a bogey. Still hasn't made a par.
Going with 8-iron here into that breeze. This has to be hit nicely and without much spin. Like that.
Yeah, it did both. And here she is at the 4th, Jerry.
Yeah, it was quite entertaining watching her play and getting introduced to her. Didn't have a great weekend last year, but went on to have a really good year, as it turns out. Nice bunker shot there.
Third shot at 5. Now you can see a lot of loose grass there, a lot of divots in that area from third shots. Nobody getting it up to the green right now. That's a good one there. At the 5th, this from about 6 feet. Left hand low. Oh, beautiful stroke, just sneaks in the right corner. But it's in. A couple of birdies on her card.
One of the features of this course, Jerry, those deep bunkers. There's not many that are pretty shallow out there.
No, I believe a couple of the members said that Ernie made the bunker so that only he could get out of them.
That's good.
Beauty there.
I don't think there's been one that's been made that he couldn't get out of, is there? 5.
It's Casey Danielson for a birdie across the center of this green. Ooh. Pretty good looking putt there. She'll stay at 1 under par.
Okay, from the right-hand side of the fairway, Mark, a good angle to the hole that's just 4 paces from the back left edge.
Okay.
And a couple of good shots in there. So she ought to just be thinking, 0 in on this number. A little sawed-off finish.
Okay, that's a good one.
Going to take advantage and enjoy every single second she can while she's out here playing.
It's relative, of course, but 28 years old. California
Just
girl.
Very pleasant to be around.
Yeah, and definitely has paid her dues.
Yeah.
Back at that 6th, Heiji Kang after 3 straight birdies, this for par. We saw Hannah Green miss the green there to the right and roll it in for birdie. This is a tough one.
It has. Oh, the wind dying should help it as the afternoon goes on. Here's Mariah Stackhouse. +5, so she needs something good to happen quickly.
Do it. Oh. I think Mariah Stackhouse played on the team with Casey Danielson at Stanford.
Third shot at the 6th. This was a moment ago, Sarah Kemp.
Ball sitting up quite nicely there.
So one Aussie made it from off the green, Hannah Green, and another just did.
It was difficult at times, but I think he was on the right path.
Rise to the occasion.
Oh,
she put, again, beautiful tempo on that and just had to play a bit conservatively.
I like that stroke a lot.
Simple, isn't it?
Yeah, very much a right-handed stroke, but no sort of breakdown with the wrist.
That was given the full treatment right there. It looks really nice in the air.
Yes. There it is. Ernst with her first birdie. She goes to 1 under. We can report to you that Danielle Kang.
This putt's looked a little bit wishy. Better stroke on the actual ball, though.
So she'll stay tied for 7th.
161 to the hole, but she's really looking to land this 150 or so, playing more like 140 downwind. Well,
she found the right spot. It's going to wander maybe 7 feet by. But a good chance for a 3 there for Celine.
But it serves her well that you see players that are quite balanced on the course tend to maintain that, you know, without the highs and the lows. But that's a couple of putts, these last couple of holes, that have not looked quite as smooth as when she first started out there today, Kay.
Did she? Yes,
Wow.
she did.
So you can make a putt, just not for birdie,
Yeah.
right, at 9?
Well, you know, she's going to sign the card in a few hours here, and it's going to look like she knocked it on and 2-putted.
I think that's a real key in performance when it comes to putting. You don't want to strangle the putter, that is for sure. And soft hands are huge. It just allows you to be free with the stroke and allows the stroke to flow. There's no guide when there's soft hands.
And if you can initiate the stroke more from the shoulders and just let the kind of the arms and the club go along for the ride.
Okay, here's Sasso now for birdie at 7.
Let's see if she trusts what she just saw as opposed to what she feels.
She released that putt ahead. Nice, Jerry.
Just a moment ago, Mendoza in one of the signature Ernie Els bunkers. And she played it like Ernie. How about that one, Ernie Els? Can't fool me.
This is at the 10th for birdie. I think she'll stay bogey free. Hasn't made a cut in 3 events this year so far.
Come to Hawaii and be in a bad mood.
I know, exactly. That's why I'm getting married here.
That's right. Well, you're no dummy.
Austin Ernst with her second at the 10th. 1 under, bogey free. Good start. Oh, how about that break?
You have to take that one.
It looks
She's like, what?
like a sure. Heiji Kang. Basically a tap in, no problem.
Playing very short today. It's only 342 yards in length, but the wind pushing the ball straight downwind. Here's Kang for birdie at 13. This one's got a pretty good break to the left. And she might have read the break okay, but not the pace. Back to 12.
A little bit of break on this one. She's got his aimed foot left. There you go. It's the one where you have to picture the ball falling in that. I always used to picture the hole as a clock.
Yeah.
Little chip in from off the green kind of got things going there for Sarah.
Yeah, that was at the 6th, wasn't it? She'll drop a shot there. That's not the worst place to make a bogey.
I think that's where the analytics are the most valuable, regardless of what tour you're playing on. Just look at Dustin Johnson in the men's game, how totally transformed his game, changed everything about his game. Austin Ernst trying to get to -2. Just a left edge putt, I'm going to say. Oh, that was like dragging an anchor up there. Had to have been a mishit.
Decent amount of green to work with.
And nearly hold it.
Oh, that looked tasty the entire way. She's shown an inordinate amount of patience, still looking for her first birdie. This a 30-footer.
Is that it?
Oh,
Yes.
finally got it.
You wouldn't know it from the reaction.
Sarah Kemp laid it back with a 3-wood.
That from a nice uphill lie, helping get some spin on it, much needed from 106. Beauty.
Oh, she got it, Jerry. You're right. Left it below the hole. So a chance for a 3, which is pretty good, by the way.
He's speechless.
Is it another one? Yes, it is. How about that? So she gets back the shot that she gave away at 12. Second shot for Mendoza now.
That from just 88 yards. It's flying all the way there. Needs to spin. Oh, beauty.
Serena did.
Quality of shots is something, you know, to see in person. But it's been this club that's been whether she does well or not. And I think so much of it is her belief system on whether she's a good putter or not.
Heiji Kang, you noted where she was aiming with the second shot at 14, and she just kept it on the green.
Another solid 2-putt there.
Could this be a career-defining week for Heiji Kang at age 31?
We've seen it happen before where players play 14 years, 15 years on tour, and all of a sudden.
She just was so at the top of her game in college golf and amateur golf. 3-time Mark McCormick medal winner, which you get for being the #1 ranked amateur. That's the adage I use whenever I play.
What great camera work there, yeah. Beautiful putt. Started inside the right. It stayed right there.
Celine, 77-yard shot. See if she can execute a better wedge. Yes, that was a little better. She's been a little off on those wedge shots today.
Got to keep up the pace here, Kay. It's going to turn a little left right at the end if she doesn't.
Yeah, slightly uphill. Oh, and she did keep up that pace.
That's a beautiful 3 there.
She's had a little bit of everything today, hasn't she?
Yeah, she really has. It's been giving the players fits, although the wind has died a little. It's straight downwind. And it's been so difficult to not only get it close here at 15.
Ceiling, but it just hasn't happened yet. I think there's not too many players that wouldn't wish to see her make it, and that's a great save there.
Yeah, one bad putt, one good putt. That's all you need.
Looks like she was gripping down on that a little too, Jerry, trying to keep it down just a bit.
She just can't help herself.
What a shot.
Looks like she's got the feel of it.
That's great, Jerry, because just a little low, but the numbers were, she was 1.92 putts per green in regulation. That's a tough number to be making on these greens. You're not making too many birdies, and out here these days you've got to have offense.
Just inside 35 feet. She gave it a wrap. Oh, and barely turned in the corner. That's a good one. What a 2 that is. Austin Ernst for a birdie from just off the green. Looking good.
Yeah.
Wow, what a roll that was.
Just a little quick bounce back there too.
Second for Boutier.
She's got a 7-iron in her hand into the wind. She's got a step on this one. Struck it well. I think she got a lot out of that 7-iron and will be happy.
Just a moment ago with the 16th from just right of the fairway, Heiji Kang.
I mean, you said it, Grant. You talked about the angle to that flag from that right side. Really kind of opens things up. You don't have to deal with the bunker on the left.
It's been a brilliant day for Heiji. And it continues. How about 23 putts, Karen?
Figuring out the spot you want to land it to then attack the hole. And if she can keep this short right of the flag. Yeah.
Oh, like that. Kind of a little ground hook.
Easy hole.
A chance for a 2 there for Boutier.
There's a freedom to her swing, Jerry. It just looks like she's just sending the club head at the ball.
One thing that never changes, the smile on her face. I've never seen anybody lead in smiles per green in regulation.
It's good. The 16th hole is playing the 4th hardest on the course.
15.
Austin Ernst at even par for the opening round. See if she can find the right distance there. Lands at about 120,
Oh.
and that's how you stop it at 15. You hit the flag stick.